Hey guys, so I'm just going to do a quick relationship reading on Taylor Swift and Matt Healy. Obviously, she broke up with Joe not long ago. Um, I don't think I've ever done a reading on Taylor, but just to say, I am not one to judge because I did rebound after rebound relationship in my younger years. Literally, for years and years and years and years and years, I was rebounding. And it's almost like you have this thing where a relationship starts to go bad and somebody new comes in to save you. And then you can jump from one to the other. And I just heard the word hopscotch with her, which means, hopscotch, jumping from one to the other, from one to the other. So I'm not judging her. But let's just see what's going on here. I don't feel it's going to be something that's going to be lifelong as such. I just heard burn brightly but burn quickly. So almost like this spark, this sparkler candle, this flame. And it's very passionate and very quick and very intense. But I feel as it starts to settle and the months go on, that's when the cracks is going to start to appear in the relationship. And I feel in a way, I'm hearing Earth Mother with her, as in she wants to be this kind of, I'm not sure how old Taylor is now, guys, but it's coming into the point where she's thinking about marriage and family and kids. And I just feel his energy is going to be too flighty here. Now, I know absolutely nothing on Matt Healy. Absolutely nothing at all. But she's getting to the stage where it's almost like she's turning to this Earth Mother, wants more roots in her life. And it's almost like he's a bit of a wild card and she's hoping that he can settle. It's like these two flames burning really, really brightly. And the passion is there and the excitement, but she is hoping it's going to turn into marriage, long-term kids, everything like that. And I just feel his energy is not going that way. Right, let's just see. First of all, we will do him, guys. Let's see how he feels about Taylor. How does he feel? Inspiration, straight away I heard. Inspiration, muse. He definitely puts her on a pedestal. It's like one of those moments where I think even if he sees her on stage, he's in awe of her. It's like he's too in awe of her. And I think this is the issue because they are going to start to clash. And that's when this rosy picture he's painted of her is going to go downhill. Matty, how do you feel about Taylor? Very positive energy here around her. Financially, we have some cards linked here. Money, cutting with her words, difficult decisions. So pretty much what I just said, guys. The Wands energy, the Eight of Wands, is very fast-moving connection here. This means it's going to pretty much like what you've seen in the media, moving very, very, very quickly, okay? Very, very fast. I hear joint. Joint is in joint songwriting, so they might actually create music together as well because we have the Ace of Pentacles here and actually usually a brand new financial start. So I feel together, I'm hearing collaboration. They might write something together. This is also like a business idea. I don't know if they've ever worked together before, but it's almost like it was a business idea for both of them, but then it's turned into romance. So I feel in the past they've talked about collaborating together if they haven't already. I have no idea, guys. You have to fill me in there. But then again, like I said, it's almost like the Queen of Swords energy is going to come through with her, which is pretty much what I've done and maybe other people in the past have, where you have this really heady, amazing relationship, but when you really want them to settle down and settle into it, they won't. And that's when you get a little bit more cutting with your words and you start to maybe lay into them a bit more like, you need to grow up, we're both in our 30s, that kind of thing. So it is coming across here. She is going to be more cutting towards him in her words and stating what she wants, because I just said what Taylor wants, Taylor gets. But she's going to stand firm, and what she wants, she's going to tell him, okay? And this is where the Two of Swords energy comes in, which is almost like a tricky connection energy. It's about him being torn. Do I want to marry this person and spend the rest of my life with them and have kids with them? Or do I want to step back a bit because it's a bit much for me? Because her energy is definitely one, I feel, which is going to be more dominant. He's going to be more of a sub. And I feel it's almost like she will beat him down a little bit. Wanting him to change. She wants him to change and he won't be able to change quick enough for her. So I don't know if he's a bad boy or anything. Honestly, guys, I have no idea. I just know he's in a band. So let's see how she feels. I hear high hopes, high hopes. She has high hopes. I feel because he's in music, it's huge compared to Joe, because even though Joe is into acting and creative, it's completely different. It's like she feels like he's on her wavelength creatively, and he takes his music career very, very seriously as well. I hear two songbirds. I actually see two, I think they're blue tits, but two birds, tiny birds on a tree singing together. They're singing the same song currently I hear, but I don't feel it's going to last in the long term. Could be a year or two, for example, before the cracks start to show. And I hear behind closed doors, so it might be a bit like J-Lo and Ben, where the cracks start to show. You know, they're gonna any issues they have are going to be behind closed doors if they can help it, and anything in public is going to be very loved up. That kind of energy, which should be the same with me, guys. If I was in a relationship, to be honest, you know, I'm not going to want to fight in public knowing there's millions of people looking at me. So Taylor, how do you feel about him? I keep hearing songbirds together. Shit. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I get some tricky cards. Ooh. Okay. Ace of Swords means a brand new way of thinking about a partner. It's almost like when you go for somebody completely different and you give up what you had before, which might have been long-lasting, like solid or stable, to go for somebody that's very creative and out there. It's almost like going out of a surfer and then dating someone in finance. It's almost like a completely different outlook on your partner and what's right for you at that time. But then we have the Five of Pentacles, which is her cooling off towards him a little bit by the looks of it. And again, I keep hearing he's not going to grow quick enough for her, as in grow up. I feel it. And then we have the Tower card, which usually means things falling apart very suddenly. Now, interestingly, this is all about falling apart and it being a tricky connection going forward. And then we have the sexual connection and the attraction towards the ex. Now, I don't know if Joe's in a film soon, but I feel he's going to be in something where he's going to be in the limelight again, as in on the red carpet. He's going to be everywhere in a film. I hear award-winning at some point as well, if he hasn't won awards already. And his star is on the rise, I feel. His star is on the rise. So she's going to be seeing him more, like looking quite stoic and solid and stable and, you know, didn't need all the limelight. And I feel she's going to start to revert back and look at him more. So the ex energy is still there, because rebound takes your mind off things for a while, for a couple of months. But once the rebound starts to go wrong, you can start to look at the past relationship and think, well, maybe it wasn't that boring. You know, at least he didn't need the limelight and things like that. So it is a bit tricky, guys. It's a little bit tricky here. I do see her thinking about her ex going forward. And the Three of Cups means another person in the picture as well. And I feel she may still have some feelings for Joe. But at the moment, it's more anger. And look at me, I can move on. I don't need you. But I do feel once this starts to go a bit, you know, messed up with Matt, she's going to start to think of her ex more. So let's just pick three more cards. I just keep hearing the fire will burn quickly. The fire will burn quickly, which for me isn't something I can see that's going to be lasting. You know, you may hear things about getting engaged to marriage, but even if they did marry, I don't know, I just don't feel it lasting in the long run. It's like they like the sound of it. They like the sound of it, two singers and collaborating, but realistically, to have that stability, home life, family, kids, if she chooses to have family and kids, guys, by the way, not every woman wants to have kids, okay? I'm putting it out there now, you know? But I do feel she does want that grounded partner to grow with spiritually, to have that growth for 20 years plus. And I don't see him growing at the same time as her. Let's put these down. We still don't have the best. The ex is coming in again. again, we have this thing here about the current energy is around her being creative. This is causing, this is the creativity card. So this is to do with, it could be singers, actresses. The Eight of Wands, anyone's energy is creative, new music, new ideas. This is what he's bringing to her. The star means a wish come true because musically she feels like she's found the right partner for her. He's charging in, she's charging in. It's very much infatuation. This is it. This is right. And that's to do with the creativity thing. I feel songwriting, it's almost like a pattern of a breakup album and then an album about new love, and then a breakup album and an album about new love. There's nothing wrong with that because that's how you have inspiration for songs. But when's it going to stop, that pattern kind of thing? And then we get again, in the months ahead, we have her, I feel, maybe 8 months plus, start to cool a little bit. Because the Six of Wands to me, in any reading I do, okay, I'm an intuitive reader, by the way. So what the traditional meaning for in the cards means to other people won't be the same for me at all, just so you know. But this is literally somebody moving away. She's moving away from him energetically. And then, this is the thing that's interesting for me, guys. If you want the gossip, here's the gossip. We have the Three of Wands. Now, the Three of Wands always in a reading means this person is focusing intently on somebody, which is the ex, Joe, Six of Cups, the ex, the devil, temptations and addictions, almost like being tempted to reach out to him again or get back in touch. So I don't feel she's over the ex. I feel it's too soon. I don't see it lasting currently. I hear flash in a pan. So they could move forward extremely quickly. I hear annulled randomly. So I do wonder if they ever did marry, it would be a very short marriage and it was annulled, because I'm hearing the word annulled for some reason. But burning brightly, but burning quickly, I feel. And I still feel her ex is going to be around. You may even see her with her ex months down the line, even next year. Not saying they're together as of yet, but I feel like you might have a side to them both together, but months away. So I don't get the best cards to them. Again, I just hear like shine brightly, but then it's going to dim really quickly as well. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Love you. Bye.